We staan hier bij de Green Datacenter Congress Fiber vakdag in Utrecht en vandaag bezoeken de stand van Vertiv. What does sustainability mean to your organization?
Well, it's a super important aspect for us. Obviously, it's 1 out of 3 in our ESG efforts. We just released our second ESG report a couple of months ago, putting emphasis not just on the governance side, for instance, our SOX implementation since we were recently listed on New York Stock Exchange, but also all our sustainability aspects. We're doing everything that we can to ensure that our scope 1 and 2 emissions are as low as possible. That could, for instance, be by enabling all our service technicians in those areas where there is actually an infrastructure to drive EVs instead of classic petrol cars. We have a very big footprint of service engineers. That is an effort that we're undertaking. It could also be, for instance, reusing and recycling processed water at our factories and facilities, which we're also piloting in a couple of factories. And for instance, in Ohio, we're just in the midst of installing our first solar plant to supply green energy for these sites.
Ronald, is AI a hype or a big driver for cloud consumption?
It looks like we are on a tipping point of, for years we had traditional servers with traditional cloud-based infrastructures, and the AI revolution, as you call it, is changing a lot. It's also setting customers back in sustainability because it uses a lot more energy, it can do a lot more, but it's difficult to get the heat out, it takes a lot of energy, but it opens up a lot of new things, new possibilities. It will be first really expensive, so you would probably take it as a service out of a cloud, but in the end it can be really for a lot of companies beneficial to have it on site for security reasons or latency reasons or regulation. So it will trickle down, but it won't be tomorrow or next year. But it can happen fast. A year ago we didn't talk about ChatGPT. And now it's all over the place.
And Daniel, what's the role of partners in this amazing changing market?
We're especially dependent on our partners to provide us with insights on the market streams and what happens in the market, what they see, what they experience, and provide good ideas as to how we can all improve, both us and them, in all the ESG efforts that we are. And then of course also to actually do some of the improvements, take some of the actions themselves. That's a key role for the partners as well. We've launched a Vertiv guide for implementation of sustainability aspects that gives partners a good idea on how they can also contribute.